Good morning or good afternoon, depending on where you are viewing from in the world. Welcome to The Silent Forgotten. I'm your host, Chris, and today I'll be sharing with you the life story of and visiting the final resting place of the Canadian politician and entrepreneur Edward William Cochrane, January 1st, 1834 to March 8th, 1907. Edward William Cochrane was a Canadian politician and entrepreneur. He represented the electoral district of Northumberland East as a municipal politician or MP in the Canadian House of Commons in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada from June 20th, 1882 to February 21st, 1887, December 22nd, 1887 to October 12th, 1888, and November 21st, 1888 until his death in office on March 8th, 1907 at the age of 73. He was born one of two children as Edward William Cochrane in Cramahe, Ontario, Canada, on January 1st, 1834. His siblings included William H. Cochrane, 1825 to 1886. He was educated locally and in the village of Colborne, Ontario, Canada. He was primarily a farmer before he took an interest in politics. He served first in local political offices, including as Township Councillor, Deputy Reeve, Warden of Northumberland County, and Warden of Durham County, as well as a school trustee for many years. He then ran and was elected to represent the electoral district of Northumberland East in the Canadian House of Commons in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada during the Canadian general elections of 1882. A member of the Conservative Party of Canada, he had 2,073 votes, while his running mate, the Independent Liberal Party member Darius Crouter, 1827 to 1910, had 1,800 votes. He was defeated in the Canadian federal election of 1887 by 8 votes, but the election having been declared void, he was elected on December 27th of the same year. His total votes during the 1887 Canadian federal election and the by-election included 2,148 votes and then 2,278 votes, while his running mate, the Canadian Liberal Party member Elhanon, Mallory, 1848 to 1904, had 2,291 votes and then 2,221 votes. This election was also voided, and he was again elected on November 21st, 1888 during another by-election with 2,074 votes, while his running mate, the Canadian Liberal Party member Elhanon Mallory, 1848 to 1904, had 2,029 votes. He was re-elected to represent the electoral district of Northumberland East as a municipal politician, or MP, in the Canadian House of Commons in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada in 1891 with 2,495 votes, beating out Canadian Liberal Party member MP Ketchum, who had 2,259 votes. In 1896, with 2,410 votes, beating out Patrons of Industry Party member C.A. Mallory, who had 2,013 votes. In 1900, with 2,452 votes, beating out Canadian Liberal Party member Robert Baldwin Dennehy, who had 2,086 votes. And in 1904, with 2,402 votes, beating out Canadian Liberal Party member John H. Douglas, who had 2,196 votes. He continued in politics and office until his death on March 8, 1907, at the age of 73. He had served a total of 8,685 days, 9 months, and 10 days in office. He passed away at the Protestant General Hospital in the Carleton Heights area of Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, following an operation he had undergone for stomach trouble and throat cancer on March 8, 1907 at the age of 73. Following his death, his funeral service was held from his residence in Brighton, Ontario, Canada, which was headed by the 40th Regiment Band of Campbellford, Ontario, Canada, which then marched to the Methodist Church, where the funeral sermon was preached, and thence to the Salem Cemetery in Cramahe, Ontario, Canada, where the interment took place. At the time, it was the largest ever funeral held in the town, with men and women from every part of the county being present to pay their respects to the departed. Also, every municipality was represented by its Reeve, councillors, and leading citizens. He was married 3 times, first to Mary Hicks, 1835 to 1873, from 1856 until her death in 1873, second to Louisa Thorne Cochrane, 1840 to 1890, in Brighton Township, Ontario, Canada, from April 29, 1876, until her death in 1890, And thirdly, to Lillian Elucia Lily Odell Cochrane, 1869 to 1934, on March 30th, 1899. He was the father of 10 children, including Joseph Cochrane, 1854 to 1918, William Edward Cochrane, 1858 to 1917, Lydia Lynn Cochrane, 1859 to 1926, Mary Minnie Cochrane, 1860 to 1931, Richard James Cochrane, 1862 to 1936, Emily Sarah Cochrane, 1863 to 1894, John Fenwick Cochrane, 1864 to 1936, Wallace Cochrane, 1866 to 1937, Lathina Daisy Cochrane, 1868 to 1895, and Maude Cochrane, 1872 to 1942. His wife Lillian survived him, and she passed away in Toronto, Ontario, Canada on August 6, 1934, at the age of 65, and she is buried in Beechwood Cemetery in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. Hey guys, welcome back to the Sign Forgotten. I'm Chris, your host. So today it's getting a little bit late here, but I'm just decided to do you another video here, and this is a big cemetery, so I will try to get it done as soon as possible, and I will tell you about the person we came to visit. So we are at the historical Salem Cemetery in Cramahe, Northumberland, Ontario, Canada, and we will be visiting another politician by the name of Edward William Cochrane, January 1st, 1834 to March 8th, 1907. So the cemetery stretches on, but I'll walk you down this road. There are some dogs across the street, so they might bark, so please just ignore that. This is divided into two sections, so we will start down here and we will do a cemetery tour. I'll show you a couple of the headstones. As you can see, it's starting to get dark here, and it's just after 5 o'clock. So it's a long walk down this road, so I have to be very careful. So I will walk to the very back, walk in the other entrance, and I will show you a quick video, and I'll do another longer cemetery tour of this Salem Cemetery another day. There's some veterans that I'd like to read to you and whatnot, but I'm a little bit pressed for time, so get this video done and we'll come back another day. So he is located in section 2, row 14, plot 10. So we will go find him, pay our respects. As you can see, we're in the country again. It's in two different sections. There's an older section and a newer section. So I'll walk through here. We'll visit the person we're coming to visit. And I'll do a quick tour and then I'll interview. So there's the historical Salem Cemetery sign. And now it comes down here, as you can see. The cemetery stretches on. Now this side road has some houses on it, so I don't want to get hit by a vehicle, so I'll be careful here. Get my notes out. Get ready to read them to you. As you can see, there's lots of history in here. A lot of graves. So as I said, I'll just make this a short one today as I'm losing daylight. I'll come back another day and I'll read some veterans monuments and stuff for you. So as you can tell, I didn't see this in my research, but this cemetery was established in 1860. So it is 163 years old. Yes. So we have some over here, as you can see. It's a mixture of new and old stones over here. Oh, maybe I'll read you one veteran or two if I find them. So there's a couple over there, but we'll get them next time. There's a car parked over there, goes over there. So walk back up here. Now this is more the back of the cemetery. Stones are all different direction. And today was Decoration Day from Remembrance Day in Canada, November 11th, 2023. So we have a lot of neat little memorials in here. As you can see, like I said, it stretches on. So I'll show you over there. I'm gonna go find his grave and I will read you my notes, and then we will do a little bit more touring. I'll show you the other part of the cemetery. A few old stones there. Or an old stone there, sorry. Lock, Smith, Lacey, turn, goes all the way up there. That's where I was just walking. Fentress. Now I did see his grave. See if I can find it again. Oh yes, there he is. A few over here. Straighten up my gimbal there. Sorry. And then a few over here. Like I said, this is the older section. And there's another section over there, which I'll show you. And I'll go back and I'll read those couple of veterans to you, I guess. A couple of older ones here. And over here. Stretches over there. So, well, here's one. Kenneth Grant in his outfit there, his uniform. William George Grant, 1878 to 1950. His wife, Selina Matilda Vokes, 1884 to 1971. Their sons, Elson E., 1914 to 1937. And Kenneth W. Grant, 1922 to 1942. Buried in Alexandria, Egypt. Thank you, Kenneth, for your service and the ultimate sacrifice. Happy Remembrance Day to you. So, the gentleman we are here to visit is just over here. Now I'll show you the back of the stone. It's humongous. It's a big cemetery. So it took a while to find him. So that is the front of the gravestone. Edward Cochrane. So it says, Cochrane, in loving memory of Edward Cochrane, MP, died March 8th, 1907, aged 75 years. Now different sources says he was 73, but I will read my notes. Just bear with me. So again, here I am at the Salem Cemetery in Cramahe, Northumberland County, Canada, and as I mentioned, we will be visiting the final resting place of the Canadian politician Edward William Cochrane, January 1st, 1834 to March 8th, 1907. Now, I will tell you a bit more about the Salem Cemetery before, actually, about the cemetery, which is actually located in Cramahe Township on County Road 2, between the village of Colborne, Ontario, Canada, and the town of Brighton, Ontario, Canada. Now, the cemetery, the Salem Cemetery, has burials dating back to 1812 which indicates the site was being used as a burying ground for many years prior to the official, sorry, there's a car over there, prior to the official transfer to Thomas Webb in 1860. Now there are a few Thomas Webbs over there. He might be buried over there. The Salem Cemetery is a non-profit organization governed by a board of directors. Now, the board of directors manages the ongoing care and maintenance of the Salem Cemetery, fundraising the capital projects, and acts as historians in partnership with the community and families. And the Salem Cemetery also provides areas for in-ground full body or cremation burials and above ground columbarium niches. The Salem Cemetery has thus provided a tangible visual history from at least the above dates to the present, and hopefully far into the future. So there is some information on Salem Cemetery for you. Now, as I said, I'll come back and do another longer cemetery tour of this cemetery another day, but I'll show you around a little bit more. And before I read some more about Edward William Cochrane. So, back to Edward William Cochrane. So, he was a Canadian politician who served as a member of the Canadian Parliament representing the electoral district of Northumberland East in the Canadian House of Commons in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada from June 20th, 1882 to February 21st, 1887, and again from December 22nd, 1887 to October 12th, 1888, and again from November 21st, 1888 to his death in office on March 8th, 1907. And I said different sources give his date of death, his age of death of 73 or 75. So, he also served in local politics, including as a school trustee, township councillor, deputy Reeve, and Warden of Northumberland and Warden of Durham. So he continued in these pursuits until his death, as I said, in office on March 8th, 1907 at the age of 73. So I will tell you more about him in the bio section as there is a little bit more information. So I'm going to show you a little bit more of the cemetery. I'll take you to the other section over here and then I'll take you back and I'll read you those veterans' graves, and then I'll end the video. So let's go this way. As you can see, there's the road that I walked down. A couple other graves. There's a veteran over here. I'll read you him. Now there is a lawnmower going over here. It's an adjacent property to the cemetery, so you have to excuse the noise as we walk down the path here. Just read you this. Now this says, Private Victor E. Brooks, October 5th, 1940. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Earth has no sorrow that heaven cannot heal. So thank you, Private Victor E. Brooks, for your service, and happy Remembrance Day, and may you rest in peace. So go over here, show you this. There's the church over there. Now I won't show you their property, obviously, don't want to get in trouble. So we'll walk up this way and I'll show you over here. There's a wreath that somebody left for Remembrance Day, and over there, and then we'll go over here. Beautiful pond right there on the adjacent property. We'll go this way. Beautiful nighttime sky. Sorry, my gimbal was falling down there. Just take you over here. Just give you a quick tour of these grounds. And then I will tell you a little bit about the cemetery again. So, actually I won't tell you a little bit about the cemetery. just go over here. Over here. As I said, somebody's over there mowing their lawn, so I won't get too close. Neat little stone there. I said this is a newer section, so it's got some neat stuff over there. So yeah, the cemetery is at least 163 years old. It was established in 1860. I didn't find that on my initial research, but it says it on the sign, on that beautiful sign. So beautiful area out here, as you can see. Vast farmland over there, some houses. A brand new columbarium, beautiful columbarium over here that somebody can sit in. Or bench to sit on, not sit in the columbarium. And then whatever. So guys, I'm going to continue. My battery just said it was at 15%, so I'm just going to continue. So I'm going to say that concludes the video today. So if you like this type of content, please like, subscribe, and hit that thumbs up button. So stay safe, and we will see you on the next video. I'll keep going though until I get back to my vehicle. I do want to read you guys those veterans, but I don't know if the battery will hold up. But we'll keep walking. If the video, if my camera dies, well, we'll just do it on the next tour. So again, it is a beautiful cemetery. This is the 4th video I did for you guys today. Getting a lot done, not bad for just a month. So some more view over there. We will cut through here, get back through here. Beautiful pond over here again on their property. Some bushes over there. Does anybody need any free wood? Lots in there. Nice birch, couple of birch trees there. So let me just go over here real quick. I'll show you this other sign. I'm not sure if it's the same sign as on the other side. But again, there's the church or the office, meeting place. Oh yes, that's just the same sign as the over there. So go back this way. See if I can make it to those veterans. I will read you them in honor of Remembrance Day or Veterans Day here in Canada, November 11th, 2023. And then I will conclude the video. So here we are at those veteran ones that I passed earlier. I'll read those real quick to you. So this one says Franklin Palmer, private, CMGC or CG, F, Canadian Expeditionary Force, January 14th, 1954, age 67. Thank you, sir, for your service. May you rest in peace. Happy Veterans Day. Elizabeth Frances Dance, wife of James MacDonald, born March 22nd, 1887, died March 12th, 1971. I guess that wasn't a veteran cemetery or monument. It looks like one in the back. So here is her husband, James MacDonald, private, RAMC, January 17th, 1954, age 70. Thank you, sir, for your service, and may you rest in peace, and happy Veterans Day or Remembrance Day. Okay, guys, again, thank you. If you like this type of content, please like, subscribe, and hit that thumbs up button. Until next time, thank you for coming with me on this adventure. Hope you like this tour, and hopefully I can do more for you in the future. There's lots of cemeteries and famous people in this area that I keep finding, so the more the better. Alright, thank you so much, guys. Take care. Stay safe.